Hi, welcome to my new video. In this video I'll be showcasing a team of mine that I used in a Twitch stream of mine the other day, and I think I went 8-0 or something with it. We have Master League Classic from 1 January until 10 January, so yeah, there's no really other option. There's no Holiday Cup anymore. There is level 50 Masters, but the queue times are absolutely ridiculous at this ELO. So I played some Master League Classic, and since it went pretty well, I want to showcase you my team. Which I will show here. Let me see. It is Zekrom. It's not a hundo, but these IVs suffice. I have Outrage instead of Crunch for the closing scenario. You usually don't play up bad leads like Togekiss or Dialga, so and people leading Giratina or Kyogre, for instance, right? Good leads for Zekrom. They usually swap out anyway, so usually the lead matchup is not one that you play out or where you don't really need Crunch. It's only a bit helpful versus Lugia, but you probably double up there for a wild charge regardless. Outrage is really nice for like Dialga in the closing scenario. We will see that later because I actually outraged one of those suckers. We have Shadow Mewtwo as a second with very suboptimal IVs. Unfortunately, it's the best one I had. I run Ice Beam. This allows me to flip the Yveltal or Giratina matchup or Zarude. These IVs suffice as well. If you have a higher attack Mewtwo, it works even better. I think defense is not as important as attack in this situation, simply because like if you have a max attack, you can win CMPs against other Mewtwo's, and that'd be just great. But yeah, mine doesn't. And as the third mon, I have Hooh. Also not a hundo, but these IVs suffice. If you lead Hooh, I suggest a best buddy on it, because then I believe you can get to another move on Dialga. But since we're not leading it, I don't really care for that here. Other than that, I have Earthquake, Brave Bird, just a standard moveset really. I was considering Solar Beam at first to surprise Kyogre, but Kyogre massively outpaces you to a move, and it's also likely that if you would say swap Hooh, it gets answered by like Giratina or Zekrom or anything like a dragon, which is also not great for Hooh. So just a standard moveset here. Now I want to show you one more thing. I have Best Buddy on my Zekrom, and I'm going to show you why real quick. We're going to check this on PvPoke. Shout out to PvPoke for making these awesome simulations possible. So Dialga usually has a what's it called? As a best buddy, right? Let's see. If we just do normal battle like this, both hundos, nothing really changes, right? But usually Dialga has a best buddy on it. Level 41, let's see. And that changes. That gives Dialga a bulk point, right? It gives Dialga a bulk point. Dialga takes one less Dragon Breath damage from my Zekrom now without the best buddy. But however, if I put on my own best buddy on, it's just 5 damage again. So I don't really reach a break point, but I kind of do, or I prevent their bulk point. Let's say that I prevent their bulk point against me. So in that case, Dragon Breath or Best Buddy on Zekrom kind of helps you. Let's see if I can also figure out what the Hooh matchup was here. Let's see. Optimal timing, of course. Nah, it doesn't matter, right? Because we're just one turns. Let me see if this changed anything. You get 2 Earthquakes here. What if you're level 41? It just makes the one shields a bit better. No, maybe I was wrong there. Or if I put optimize move timing here. Yeah, because usually, I think this is it. I think this is it. Yeah, with this you win this matchup. If you do level 40. You don't win the one shoots, right? If Dialga optimizes their moveset timing, you don't win the one shoots versus it unless you have Best Buddy enabled as Hooh. But that's only in the lead, so we don't care about that here. All right, let's look into some battles here. All right, first battle, we got Zekrom into Hooh. Remember, this is Master League Classic, so this is level 40s again. I answer Zacian with my Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Mewtwo is really solid in the meta right now. Worst case scenario, I get locked into a Metagross. Because I have Ice Beam, which they don't know anyway, so maybe I can bait shield from them. I'll go for the side strike here. They go for the double up. I outpace regardless, so they can do whatever. I keep switch, and as long as you have energy on Shadow Mewtwo, keeping or losing switch is pretty forgivable, simply because the damage output on Shadow Mewtwo is just crazy. 2 strike strikes would kill this Dialga. They shield the first one though, and I'll swap. Once I cut off the side strike, I remembered that, and I anticipated my opponent to catch it because they did not throw their Draco. They have their own Ho-Oh in the back. I did not want that Dialga to get too much energy. And in this case, I'm very fine. All I need to do is get into side strike range. They throw their move, that's fine. I don't know why, it doesn't matter anyway. Because they have to throw a Draco into my Zekrom. And once they do that, I just get to my side strike pretty easily. So that put my opponent in a tough position. If I let him farm too much and I come with my Ho-Oh, he probably just Dracos and finishes me off. Because then the Ho-Oh can also Earthquake me, which is not comfortable. Let's see, Garchomp. I'm always afraid of double charm with Garchomp. They have Dragon Tail as well, which is very unfortunate. This actually with Crunch is better, but I anticipate them to shield regardless. So I throw a Wild Charge that will do like 2% damage, and I catch a Sandtomb here, pretty nice. I don't want to catch this energy on Shadow Mewtwo or make Shadow Mewtwo even more fragile. They have a Lugia in the back. Good thing I don't have my Shadow Mewtwo on this. No idea what could be in the back. Probably like an extra drill or something, or Zacian maybe. I'll throw a Brave Bird here. Since they threw Sky Attack before I threw my Brave Bird, I can just throw 2 Brave Birds here pretty comfortably. They might shield this, but they might also not. They might just let it go, getting more energy on their Garchomp. Garchomp is a very annoying Pokemon here. They have 3 of another Sandtomb. And I can barely farm them down before getting there. And they do have an extra drill on the back. I have my Shadow Mewtwo with an energy advantage. I could go Ice Beam here. It will do massive damage on them, but I'm not sure if I could Psycho Cut down. The safest player is to just go straight Side Strike. I'm expecting them not to shield here, but that's okay. Look at that. Yeah, Ice Beam probably would have been better. But Side Strike is just safer. Though you're gonna see Shadow Mewtwo's quite fragile. He's gonna get to another drill run here and it will do massive damage. Yeah, big damage. I'll go for an Ice Beam here just for BM. There we go, good win. Alright, Zekrom into Giratina, good lead for us. They will never stay in, they go into their Zacian. I anticipate that, and because it's a pretty common core that I've seen so far. So I bring in my Shadow Mewtwo. And I'm also not counting very well here. So you're gonna see the mistake that I make. They're at 4 Snarls here. It's 5 for the second player off. But because I miscounted, I shielded Close Combat. I could have survived that. That's okay. Again, Shadow Mewtwo with energy is just forgivable to make mistakes. It requires some finesse. You have to be good with your energy management. The reason why I throw Side Strike is because I want to get more moves off. They probably will shield 1 or 2 of these. In this case, going straight Side Strike is better, simply because I get 2-3 moves here. We get the very annoying Bug Catch. Oh, this matchup really pissed me off. This matchup really pissed me off. Because I had a Charge Move pause there. We should CMP here. We should CMP here, but we don't because I get a Charge Move pause. And that's why my Ho-Oh dies here. Which is very frustrating. I'll try farming this down with my Zekrom. I had no idea what to do, honestly. I know that against the Melmetal I probably can get to another Side Strike, which might be important to keep in mind for later. Still wouldn't kill. I get here. I farm down. The Tanshocks are double resisted, so I don't think he can farm me down. I'll throw this Wild Charge. If he throws here, I think I can get to my Wild Charge, and if he tries to farm me down, I get to the Side Strike. So I was kind of put in a tough position there by Niantic. Thank you. Zekrom into Melmetal. This is fine. My Ho-Oh avoids this, but I'm also very afraid of a Giratina in the back because they're commonly paired. I'm gonna farm up. I know that Wild Charge does exactly 50%. All I need to do is avoid CMP. I want to catch a move on my Mewtwo here. I don't want to go in Ho-Oh and catch a double super effective Rock Slide. That does way too much damage. And I do catch. They bring in Yveltal. Well, that's not what I was looking for. I'm also anticipating Lugia now in the back. kind of a thing. Steel double flyer. They shield my ice beam. This would have done. It wouldn't have killed, but it does bring it into like psycho cut down range. But this is all good. I have the shield advantage. Get more energy on my Zekrom in case it is a Lugia. I'll shield this Dark Pulse probably. Yeah, to keep my Zekrom a bit healthy. We'll still do a like 45%. I'll throw the Wild Charge here. I know they're not at the second Dark Pulse yet, but I don't want to CP either. They shield. I'll get off another one. And now it's tricky because I know that Melmet has a Rock Slide. But I want to keep my Zekrom healthy, thinking because I think they're pretty weak to it. Luckily, they throw Superpower. Also, it did not matter because Rock Slide wouldn't have killed. I had a shield, and it's a Mewtwo in the back that dies to this Brave Bird, which I honestly didn't even know. I really don't know Hooh that well, but so far it's decent. All right, they all got a bad lead. Let's go Mewtwo here. And they go into Giratina right away. I can flip this, but I probably have to go shields down, which is not optimal. I want to get like a shield advantage or just get farm. Looks like I get the shield advantage here because they did not throw their energy. They actually compete with me, which is kind of huge. I don't shield my Zekrom or my Mewtwo anymore at this point. If they got the boost there, that would have been lovely because I get more farm here. I also should have waited out my clock because now I'm locked in. But my opponent does that for me. Thank you, good sir. Look at this. If they don't throw their move, I'm expecting them to catch. See? They try to catch again. And they have their own Hooh in the back. They also have a shield disadvantage. They might not even they might just let us go. But they're in trouble because if they shielded that, I would have outraged their Dialga. If they no shield now, it's a Dragon Breath down. And he's very unlikely to get the 3 moves here. So this is where the best buddy probably helped me because my Dragon Breaths do more damage here. I can actually Dragon Breath down the Dialga, which is pretty nice. Without the best buddy, my Dragon Breath does 1 less damage, which may have lost, maybe it lost me that match. Again, Zacian, Say Swap, Giratina lead, very Resident Sleeper. I mean, I should be talking. I meta slaved like hell on the previous video. But it doesn't matter. We have Shadow Mewtwo to answer this. Zacian, as you can see, that just kills after a Wild Charge. If they shield, I'll just farm up more and throw up more Side Strikes. So the difference between when you throw Side Strike or Ice Beam is depends on if you get to 3 Side Strikes or just a 2. Here I could only go for 2 moves, so I definitely should have thrown Ice Beam. Ice Beam might be better late game because if the Giratina is lower, it'd be great for an Incinerate down for Hooh. I throw the Brave Bird here. Expecting my opponent to no shield because the win con is me throwing Earthquake there. So yeah, I just throw Brave Bird in this game. A bad lead again. We go into Mewtwo. And we'll just farm up energy here. I even get a Psycho Cut through. Doesn't happen a lot. I'll throw my move immediately. Because if they had a Yveltal, they would have already brought in. So I don't expect them to catch. They took the move on Dialga and swapped into the Giratina. I denied their move here, very fortunate for me, and get to this second Side Strike. Not sure if that really helps, because if I had more farm my Zekrom, I could outrage that Dialga, but then they also probably get the 2 Shadow Balls. This should be the first one. And I'll get a little bit of energy on my Zekrom, which might help me later, and I'll go into my Hooh. They threw their energy immediately on Dialga. It's about 8 Psycho Cuts, so I know they don't have that much energy. Maybe I should have thrown Brave Bird here, because now they get to this move that I'll probably have to shield. Yeah, that's a Thunder. They would have killed probably. And they have their own Hooh again. Hooh is very common in Master League Classic. I like that. I remember the days Hooh was absolute dog shit. See what they do? I mean, they have to shoot this, otherwise I Dragon Breath have the Dialga down. They farm up to, I think, 5 Incinerates here. So they're one of another one. But I barely outpaced them to the Wild Charge. That's a little bit of energy really helped me there, and now I can Dragon Breath down their Dialga, and that's a really good game. Alright, another bad lead. We go into Mewtwo once more, and they have... Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad. I build up to a Focus Blast, either threatening Shadow Ball or Focus Blast. They no shielded though. I think that would kill. I think Shadow Ball kills. Focus Blast may bring you into Psycho Cut down range. But we have Hooh to wall this and farm it all the way down. I think it dies in 6. Maybe if I'm lucky 5 Incinerates, that'd be perfect. That's exactly 100 energy. Yeah, Yeah, it's 5 Incinerate actually, very lucky. I'll throw Braybird immediately, because let's say if they bring in like Tokies or something, they probably wouldn't shield. They bring in the Yoga, however, that's interesting. And they catch my Earthquake, very good catch. This brings me in an impossible situation. I have only one win con here, and they're going to give it to me here. And then it's them having Wild Charge. Them throwing Wild Charge here, they only have debuff moves, they run Close Combat Wild Charge, which is exactly what I needed, because now I can farm this down. Let's see, they throw Close Combat here, and they barely don't get to the next move, and here we go. Are you ready for this? This is why we run Outrage. Oh, beautiful. My opponent probably anticipated me getting to 2 crunches, and no shielding the first one to prevent the debuff. So yeah, that's a nice streak there. I think I went 8-0. Really nice. I think Shadow Mewtwo is absolutely decisive in this meta right now. The absolute best Pokemon, simply because there's so few Dark types right now. Worst case scenarios, Zarude, which doesn't get to his move as fast as Mewtwo does. And other than that, it answers Zacian pretty well, right? I think answering Zacian is very important right now in the meta, because it's so dominant. So yeah, that was a showcase of my team. Probably gonna try to legend with this. I don't know. We'll see. I hope you liked the video, and have a good day.